everyone. This is Zoe Mills, the Adult Programming and Community Outreach Librarian at Tredyffrin Public Library. Welcome to the second installment of our Introduction to Excel course. During the first installment, we covered navigating the Excel 2013 interface, cell basics, entering data, formatting and organizing data, and inserting and formatting charts. Copies of the slides and the assignment can be accessed by following the link below. I provided another copy of the glossary that I covered during the first installment of Introduction to Excel. Some key terms that I will mention a lot throughout this installment is cell address, or the letter and number by which cells are referred, operator, or the symbol or sign that indicate which calculation must be made, function or formulas that are pre-built into Excel, and formula, or a sequence inside a cell that is used to produce a value. During this installment, I will be covering basic and complex formulas. When working in Excel, it's important to know all possible operators. Excel uses standard operators for formulas such as a plus sign for addition, a minus sign for subtraction, an asterisk for multiplication, a forward slash for division, and a caret for exponents. All formulas in Excel must begin with an equal sign. This is because the cell contains, or is equal to, the formula and the value it calculates. While you can create simple formulas in Excel manually, for example, equals 2 plus 2 or equals 5 times 5, most of the time you will use cell addresses to create a formula. This is known as making a cell reference. Using cell references will ensure that your formulas are always accurate because you can change the value of reference cells without having to rewrite the formula. Referring to the example on the right, the formula in cell A3 refers to the value in cell A1 plus the value in cell A2. The formula calculates and displays the answer to the equation A1 plus A2. The formula automatically recalculates when the value of a referenced cell is changed. By combining a mathematical operator with cell references, you can create a variety of simple formulas in Excel. Formulas can also include a combination of cell references and numbers, as in the examples below. In the equation equals A1 plus A2, this adds cells A1 and A2. In the equation equals C4 minus 3, this subtracts 3 from cell C4. In the equation equals E7 divided by J4, this divides cell E7 by J4. In the equation equals N10 times 1.05, this multiplies cell N10 by 1.05. And in the equation equals R5 squared 2, this finds the square of cell R5. One of the more popular pre-designed formulas in Excel is the sum function. The sum function adds values. You can add individual values, cell references, or ranges, or a mix of all three. For example, in the equation equals sum B2 to B12, this adds the values in cells B2 to B12. In the equation equals sum B2 to B12, comma, D3 to D10, this adds the values in cells B2 to B12, as well as cells D3 to D10. You can use the sum function by using AutoSum. Excel automatically enters a formula that uses the sum function to sum the numbers. To sum a column of numbers, select the cell immediately below the last number in the column. To sum a row of numbers, select the cell immediately to the right. AutoSum can be found in two locations, on the Home tab or on the Formula tab. The AutoSum symbol is a capital sigma, which is pictured to the right. A complex formula has more than one mathematical operator. For example, in the equation equals 5 plus 10 times 2. When creating complex formulas in Excel, it is important to remember the order of operations, often referred to as PEMDAS. P stands for parentheses, E for exponent, M for multiplication, D for division, A, addition, and S, subtraction. So when placed in order, mathematical equations that contain parentheses will be computed first, followed by exponents, followed by multiplication, followed by division, followed by addition, and then finally subtraction. One trick to remember the order of operations is the acronym PEMDAS, or the mnemonic, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." It is important to enter complex formulas with the correct order of operations. Excel will not calculate the results accurately if you place the equation out of order. If the parentheses are not included, multiplication is calculated first and then the results will be incorrect. Parentheses are the best way to define which calculations must be performed first in Excel. In the example below, I demonstrate how Excel solves a complex formula using the order of operations. Here, we want to calculate the cost of tax for a food order. To do this, we'll write our formula as equals parenthesis D2 plus D3 plus D4 and parenthesis multiply 0.06 in cell D5. This formula will add the prices of our items together and then multiply that value by the 6% tax rate, which is written out as 0.06 to calculate the total cost of tax. In the image on the right, I then auto-summed the total of the tax and all three food items. The simple steps for creating a complex formula is as follows. Step 1. Select the cell that will contain the formula. Step 2. Enter your formula using the order of operations. Step 3. Double-check your formula for accuracy. And Step 4. Press Enter on your keyboard to calculate. In my example on the right, I calculate a 20% tip for the bill from the previous example. I start by selecting the cell that will contain the complex formula, which is cell D7. I then enter the formula, keeping in mind the order of operations, or PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So I type in equals parenthesis D6 times 0.20 end parenthesis to calculate 20% of the entire bill. I then type plus D6 at the end of my equation to add the total with the calculated tip. When I press Enter, Excel will display the total with 20% tip added to the total displayed in D5. Let's practice together. Within the program documents, I have provided a short assignment for you to practice your Excel skills. In this assignment, you will balance an imaginary checkbook. Your assignment final product should look as follows. At the end of this installment of Introduction to Excel, you have entered more complex data, formatted it into a table, organized the data, and used basic and complex formulas. Well done! Help us help you. We would like to hear from you about what you learned during this class and how you enjoyed the program. Scan the QR code or follow the link below to take the survey online. By taking this short anonymous survey, you provide the library with information to not only better our technology programs, but for the library to offer programs that you're looking for. Any questions or comments regarding this presentation or any virtual programs offered by Tredyffrin Township Libraries can be directed to me via email at zmills@ccls.org or by reaching out to the library using the library email at tpl@ccls.org or by chatting with us on our website Monday through Friday 10 to 5 at www.tredyffrinlibraries.org or by reaching out to us on our various social media pages. All links to the various ways you can reach the library during this time can be found within the description below. Don't forget to press that like button if you enjoyed this program and to subscribe to our channel for more fun and educational programs. Thank you for checking out the second installment of Introduction to Excel, and as always, stay safe and well.